Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome to this video class. Let me introduce myself to you. This is P.KRISHNA lecturer in English, working at Government Degree College, WANAPARTHY. So today, I really and gladly and happily invite you all to this lovable, enjoyable class on value orientation. The topic for today is value orientation, and for the degree first year students. Probably you might be getting confused. What do you understand by value orientation, and what is going to be included in this value orientation? Which item is going to be discussed? Which item is going to cover this one, value orientation? What exactly do we understand by value orientation? Like that, many doubts may evolve in our mind to know about the answers. And very simple thing is, we are living in the very competitive society. This is a very cutthroat competition scenario is going on here in our present society. In whatever the field that you just going, there you find heavy competition is being taken and it's in the progress. In this present scenario of science, the present scenario of commerce, in the present scenario of employment, in the present scenario of competition, what kind of topic this is? Does it have any importance? Do the students learn this one? Do we need the importance of this value orientation? What is going to be discussed under the chapter called value orientation? Here in the chapter, we are going to have detailed expression of proverbs and quotations. Detailed description of proverbs and quotations. And before going very deep into the topic, everyone should know what is the exact need to know about this value orientation. So value orientation does mean enhancement of values through proverbs and quotations. You know pretty well, proverbs are there. So a single line having the exact words which give lot of meaning. They always try to give excellent information to the society. It tries to provide beautiful messages to the members living in the society. That's why under the heading called value orientation, we are going to study the beauty of proverbs, the beauty of quotations, in what way these two things do have importance. So in the scenario of learning, in what way they are going to enhance the values among the students of all groups. Let me know this. Let me tell you something else. Enhancing of values through proverbs. All proverbs and quotations diverse some human values. So long and so forth, people say that we are galloping like that. We are in progress world. We are progressing like anything. We are living in a society where science is dominating. We are living in a society where a lot of development is taken place. Yes, I have no doubt about that one. We are just galloping like that, and a lot of development is being taken place because of science, because of the advent of a lot of the developments taken place in commerce and business, economics, in all the fields, in all the subjects. A lot of changes have been taken place. That's why, with the advent of 19th century, things have been changed. Things just kept on moving. So like that. Even if you try to stop that kind of progress, you can't stop it because change is inevitable. In this changing scenario, in the routine drive world, in the routine mechanical lifestyle, in the routine way of minting money, most of the people in the society, they simply forget certain precious values. What do you think about those precious values? They are human values, morals. So as we are progressing in all the fields of development, in all fields of subjects, the same way, psychologically, so morally, humanly, we have to progress. There is every need to progress ourselves, to improve ourselves, how best we think about, the welfare of the society, how best we think about your fellow human being. All these are all needed because man is a social animal. When you live in the society, when you live amongst all the human beings, you need to understand the feelings of all the members living in the same society. That in the present scenario of education, in certain schools and colleges, they always project, they always focus on cramming the information, by hearting the information, reproducing the same information in the examination, and allowing the students to gain A grade, A1 grade, or top grades, or first classes, distinctions like that. Some of the institutions in our present scenario, they will be asking the children to get more of grades. So they are prepared to gain only grades only. They fail to understand the values in that education. After all, what is the main mode of education that everyone has to understand about this one? The main mode of education is to live and let you others. When you don't understand the concept, when you don't understand the very meaning of education, there is no value of gaining a lot of certificates. So a lot of certificates. I think this is very, very typical idea that everyone has to think about this one. You may think that, why so says all these things about this one? Because value orientation, the topic itself that has been included by the well-judged scholars. The topic has been included for UG1, UG2. What is the main intention of including this value orientation topic? And we are going to study proverbs and quotations of these the famous people. What is there in this one? Yeah, there is a point to learn. There is a point for everyone to learn. It's not only a point that has to be learned by only student. There is a point even for a teacher who can teach you, who teaches you. Everyone has to learn the value orientation, because that's very important. That changes your personality. That changes your personality. Once you understand the better and the deeper meaning of the proverb or the quotation of any famous person, so a change is taken place inwardly. Education is something that changes you from inward to extra, outward. The consolidated development is taken place when a particular individual understands the meaning of education, and so every value is included in education. So the learned scholars who framed the syllabus, who included the topic called value orientation for UG students, they have certain purpose, they have certain idea that that responsibility has been kept on the shoulders of the teaching faculty. Come on, you try to imbibe the human values among all the students. Some of the youngsters, they fail to understand. They don't care of these things only, but you have to imbibe all those qualities in them, and you try to train up them as the good citizens, and you have to send them, you have to provide good citizens to this world. That is the main intention why this topic has been included. We have to understand the greater value of their idea. Once you understand why this has been included in the syllabus, then you better understand the value orientation, the importance of that proverb, the importance of that quotation, in what way it is going to change and better your psychology and your way of understanding the society. That happens. That's why here, so in a modern scenario, in a modern educational scenario, where change is inevitable, where changes are taking place without your concern, without the concern of the even learned scholars also, so things are going on like that so vastly, so widely. But enhancement of values are needed. That's why the proverbs and quotations diverge some human values. The present education scenario, imbibing values in the students' community, it's needed. Those human values are needed to be imbibed in the minds of the students. In fact, it's a need of an hour that every teacher has to take the responsibility to imbibe that human value in the minds of the students. So, through proverbs and quotations. Teaching doesn't mean only just a transforming the information from book to the students, from book to the classroom. It's not like that. You have to change the future generation with the topics that are included in the syllabus. I'm so fortunate enough. I just extend my thanks to all the syllabus framing body. The learned scholars, I extend thanks to the learned scholars who have included this topic to the for their teaching. I also feel really privileged for teaching this value orientation to the young students for UG1, UG2, and UG3 also. Every proverb, every quotation promotes certain value. You read anything. So strike iron while it is hot. Rome was not built in a day. To be or not to be is the question in the mind of Hamlet. And Hamlet. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Oh, wind, lift me as a wave, leaf or cloud. I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed. You see the wonderful words written by P.B. Shelley. Slow and steady was the race. Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. You see the ideas. You see the response of a flowing stream, a flowing river. What is the response? Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. Rome was not built in a day. Make a hay while sun shines. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So these are all the quotations and the proverbs. They always try to extend certain moral values, human values, ethical values. They try to promote certain values. So in the minds of the students and the teachers also sometimes. I don't say that every teacher who has come into the arena of teaching has got all these values, because education is a learning process. A teacher has to learn, a student has to learn. As a matter of fact, everyone is a learner. No one is perfect. Even a great scholar like Vivekananda also made it very clear. I am not 100 by 100. I am still a student. Even Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a great scholar, a great scientist, a man everybody loves him. He also said that I love to be a child in a school of learning. Though I'm old enough, but still I feel like a child in learning. There is a lot to be learned. When you study the poem of Ulysses, Alfred Tennyson, did you find the old Ulysses? I want to learn, I want to learn, I want to improve my knowledge till my death. I'm not tired. I just keep on going in search of knowledge. I'm in thirst of knowledge. That's why the students come to colleges to improve their knowledge. So the teaching community, it has to take the responsibility of teaching human values, imbibing the human values in their minds and transforming them as the complete citizens of this country and the world. And that is the job of the. So value orientation is not just only explaining the problem and just going like that. And students also learn certain sentences and just going to the examination hall and writing that answer and getting some 4 marks allotted to that question. It's of course you get marks, you get 3 out of 4 marks or 4 out of 4 marks. Okay, you are going to get that one. But it's not. Our learning doesn't end there itself. It gives something else. That's why. So everyone has to learn what is value orientation. What is included in value orientation? A proverb may be included or a quotation may be included. Either a proverb or a quotation. So it tries to give certain meaning. It tries to give certain, it tries to promote certain values to the members living in the society. That we have to learn. So under value orientation part 1, today we are going to talk about certain proverbs. Of course, today we are not going to complete all the proverbs, but today we are going to talk about only one proverb. So I just read out the 8 proverbs which are meant for study, for UG first year. All these 8 proverbs, 8 quotations, they are prescribed for study of UG first year students. Time and tide wait for no one. The first one. Second one, the pen is mightier than sword. The pen is mightier than sword. Practice makes perfect. Necessity is the mother of invention. Well begun is half done. Doubt is the beginning of wisdom. Actions speak louder than words. Faith can move mountains. All these wonderful quotations in Proverbs that are meant for the study for UG first year students. You take one by one. You take one quotation or you take one proverb and try to enjoy the underlying meaning of that particular proverb. What do you understand the inner meaning of that proverb or the quotation? What do you learn from that one? How do you extend yourself? How do you expand your way of human values? How do you feel happy that you are improving? You feel improved when you behave soberly. You feel developed when your values are grown. It's one kind of personality development question. So I'm grown up. Of course, physically everyone grows, but mentally, psychologically, sociologically, everyone has to prove that he or she is grown up, really. So grown up, so the better way of understanding the fellow human beings, the better way of extending your help to the fellow human beings. How best you think about the welfare of the fellow human beings. How best you think about the various beings living in this universe. That's the thing. You take any famous person. You take Mahatma Gandhi, you take Ambedkar, you take Mother Teresa, you take any popular personality across the world. Every individual whom you feel that he is great or she is great, he or she is said to be the model for this human values. Said to be the model for value orientation. How did she gain? How did he gain? Because all these people whom I referred, they have understood education as education. They studied education just for education. Their way of understanding education is quite different from majority of the people in the present days. That's why we have to study the greater quotations and proverbs of the greater people. Let's see. For today, let us try to understand. Let us try to understand the very first proverb, the very first quotation. Time and tide wait for no one. Today we are going to talk about the proverb, time and tide wait for no one. Time and tide wait for no one. Do you understand time? Time is precious. Time is invaluable. If time, 1 minute is gone, gone forever. If opportunity is gone, it's gone forever. If you lose your time, it's gone forever. You can't take it back. You have no power to take it back. You may be a king. You may be the president of any nation. You may be the prime minister. You may be a legislature. You may be anything. You may be a scientist. But can you take time back? You can't. Time is not in our control. Time is not in our control. Time is, all our works are framed within the time span of time. In the time frame only. Whether you do, whether I speak, whether you understand, whether you don't understand, whether you read this one or not. So everything that is within the framework of time. So time is precious, time is valuable, time is invaluable. So time and tide wait for no one. What do you understand by tide? When you go to any sea, by the side of the sea, or so tides are coming. You see the tides come and go. Tides come and go. Tides always keep on moving, keep on going on. They come and go. They come and go. Neither they stay back, nor they so move like that and so stay there. Their own business is to come and go. You just keep on watching the tides. When you sit by the side of any sea or a river, you find the beautiful work being done by the tides. The waves of sea, they keep on moving. Whether you may be a lecturer, whether you may be a professor, whether you may be any president of any nation, so they won't stop. Even if you order them, hey, I'm the president of this country. I order you, stop there. You, my dear tides, stop there. They're not going to be stopped because that is tide. It has got its own work. It doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't wait for nobody. It doesn't wait for anyone. That's the thing. So time doesn't wait for you, and tide also doesn't wait for you. So time and tide wait for no one. My dear friends, time is what is the idea behind this one? What is the idea behind this one? Time is precious. You should make use of time very well. When you are a child, try to enjoy the great fruits of innocence. When you are a child, when you are a school boy or school girl, when you are in school, you try to enjoy the beautiful life of school boy or school girl. When you come to the age of some 80 or 90, can you go back to school? Can you go back to the same school? You can go back to the same school, but you don't find that kind of atmosphere. You are called an old man. Can you play with your classmates? Can you find them once again? That's why, so once you have got any time, you try to make use of that time, whether it may be enjoyment, whether it may be study, whether it may be living. Life is precious, that's it. Life is there, so life is deposited in the box of time. Life is deposited in the box of time. It is not life that deposits time. So life is there in time. So time and tide wait for no one. It emphasizes the importance of time. So the main intention of this proverb, the underlying meaning of this proverb, only it tries to denote to the people that time is very important. Make use, make use of time timely and properly. When time comes for you, you just make use of time timely and properly. Just feel something else. You are on the ground, you are just playing cricket there on the ground. Just for some time, you just feel that you are Virat Kohli, or maybe Sachin Tendulkar, or maybe MS Dhoni, or maybe Yuvraj Singh, or you may be some other so, Rohit Sharma. When you are on the field, when you are playing, when you are nearing to 90, it's the time for you to make century. Later on, you can hit four boundaries after boundaries. You can hit for fours and sixes. When you arrive to the position of some 95, 96, 98, the cricketer or the batsman has to be very, very careful. You should make use of time. So play 2 or 3 shots carefully and make you a century. That's all. You become the winner of the game. Later on, you can send the ball to 4 sides and get a lot of runs also, and you can be the backbone to your team. You can be the winner for your team also. For everything. When you are a student, you have to gain a lot of knowledge. Your main intention is to gain knowledge. You should always you should always try to pursue knowledge. When you come to university, when you come to any college, your main intention is to pursue knowledge. No matter whether you get A grade, B grade, or some other. So let's not bother so much about that getting grades. The main attention of you should be towards pursuing knowledge. Pursuing knowledge. The teacher also, he should or she should always think that the best knowledge that I have to give to my students. Because this is a special day for me. God has given this day for me, and time has given this time for me, and within this time. So let me provide as much of knowledge that I have. I have to extend my knowledge, and in what way I'm going to be useful to my students. Like that, the Commissioner of Collegiate Education has given this opportunity, and let us make use of this time and try to provide knowledge to the students who are sitting at homes, and they they need this kind of help. So everyone has to make use of the time. So time, you have to make use of time, timely and properly. You make use of time not wrongly. Don't make use of time wrong manner. So whatever minute that you have got, that minute has to be made in a proper manner. Every minute is excellent for you. Every minute is going to change your life. Every minute is very as important as jewel. That's why every being has to think about time is master. Time is our master. Who is your master? It's not me or somebody else. Either to me or to you also. The master is time. So we have to give respect for time. Let us try to learn. So let us try to make use of time. So timely and properly. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Does it wait for anyone? No. Time doesn't wait for anyone. So when sun rises, the time moves on, goes on like that. And so the sun goes to the western Ghats, and so it sets. So tide doesn't wait for anyone. In the same way, tide doesn't wait for anyone, as I already said to you. Next, meaning and importance of time and tide wait for no one. It discusses the concept of time management. Time and tide wait for no one. The proverb discusses the concept of time management. How best you manage your time. How best you manage your time. Suppose when you go into the examination hall, you should manage the time. You are supposed to write, you are supposed to attempt all questions and provide answers in the answer sheet. Don't always try to give the elaborate answer for only one question. The question is allotted maximum of marks, 20 marks. You may gain 20 marks, but is it going to be so enough for you for getting through the examination? It's not like that, So when you go into the examination hall, your concept must be very precise. You have to be a manager of your time. You should have that philosophy of time management. So here the quotation, here the proverb that tries to explain to us, you must have the time sense and time management. One has to make use of time wisely. Prioritize the most important. You might have a lot of things to do, but when you want to do all the things, you can't do all the things at a time. You try to prioritize the task. How many tasks are there before you? Which work has to be given first preference? Which has to be given first preference? Which is the second one, third one, fourth one? Like that, you have to give the priority for all your tasks and works. Time is valuable and should not be wasted. Time is valuable and should not be wasted. So every minute that you have to enjoy, that you have to gain, you have to be useful to the society. Sometimes, people do not understand this one. Opportunities do not always come by. Opportunities do not come always. Opportunities do not always come by. You think that opportunities always come? Sometimes some opportunities may come only once in your lifetime. They won't be coming once again. Missing one opportunity might mean never getting the same chance again. If you miss one opportunity, probably that opportunity that you may not gain it in your lifetime also. That you have to understand. That you have to, everyone understand. So opportunities always, never always try to come by. If you miss one opportunity or one chance, sometimes that chance may not come again also. That's why whenever chance comes, should always capitalize that chance. Whenever opportunity comes, you try to capitalize that opportunity and make use of that one thoroughly, wisely, promptly, and excellently. That is the best way that one can see. Next, I'll just explain the importance of this one by giving examples. So time and tide wait for no one. How best I try to give the essence of this proverb by giving some examples. You know about Alfred Lord Tennyson, the Victorian poet laureate, the Victorian poet. Alfred Lord Tennyson, the poem The Brook. In the poem The Brook. So there in the poem, one of the flatterers of the king, when the king enters, the flatterer begins to say, the king is everything. The king is monarch. The king is the master of anyone. The king can direct anyone. The king is the master of every object in this universe. He goes on flattering about the powers and greatness of the king. Suddenly the king gets a doubt about that. Am I be so powerful? Am I be the monarch of this world? Am I be so excellent in giving directions and instructions? Is it going to be stopped if I give any instruction? He gets some doubt and he wants to prove that one, whether he's going to be powerful or not. Whether he's powerful or not, that he wants to prove that one. Wonder what happened in the morning. He goes to one stream, a flowing stream or a river, I could say that. He goes to very near to that river. The river is flowing as usually. And he orders, the king orders, hey, my dear river, stop there. Here is the king. I order you, stop there. You see the beautiful words spoken by the brook. Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. Oh, my dear king, men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. I'm not going to stop. My speed will not be stopped. My going will not be stopped. You may be the king. You may be the monarch. You may be powerful on this earth. You may be powerful to all the members. But you see, you are not my monarch. My monarch is my Almighty. Even if he comes and says that stop, no, I'm not going to stop. Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. I keep on moving. I know only one duty. I keep on moving. I don't stop. Then the king feels, so I am not the most powerful person on this earth. So there is something else which is more powerful than me. So no one should feel that he or she is powerful on this earth. And everyone has to think that time is very important. Time is very important. When the king orders, stop there. Sorry, my dear king, I can't stop. I should go. Time is very important. Men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. Now, let me talk about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So, a very popular scientist of the world. So, missile man of India, the president, so the former president of India, he says about this one, make use of your time timely and achieve success. Dear friends, make use of your time timely and achieve success. Such a great, wonderful scientist that India feels very proud of him. And all Indians feel very proud of him that he was born in India. He loved India. He lived in India. We all love him. So like anything. It's a great personality. He made it very clear. Time, make use of your time timely and achieve success. My dear friends, my dear young ones, try to make use of time timely and get success. When you give highest importance for time, and success is yours. The same way, Mother Teresa says, the great humanitarian. Great humanitarian. A woman born somewhere, coming to India, started serving destitutes, serving wounded people, serving orphans, like Mother Teresa. She only knows one religion, one science. That's nothing but service to humanity is service to divinity. What is her religion? Her religion is only service to humanity. If you possess that humanity, that's all. You are above all. You are more than so the whole. You are more than anything else. Mother Teresa today even that's such a great celestial, great lady. Even she also said like this: yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. Yesterday is gone. Don't worry about past. Past is past. Tomorrow is gone. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone. You can't take it back. And tomorrow has not yet come. When you think about tomorrow, tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. We have only today. Let us begin. Let's not bother what was happened in the yesterday. Let's not bother what is going to be taken place tomorrow, because it hasn't come. What is we have now? We have only today. Let us begin. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to serve, whatever you want to perform, whatever you want to make, whatever you want to create. So today is the right time for you, and try to create that one. That's a wonderful, wonderful example that you get from this. That's great people like Alfred Lord Tennyson from the poem The Brook, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the wonderful scientist of India, Mother Teresa, the lady of humanity, all these great people, they said about the importance of time. Dear friends, that is the greatness of time. So now we have come to conclusion. So before we conclude this class, let us revise. So time is precious and limited. Everyone has to understand. Everyone. Time is precious and limited. Don't waste time. What we learn from this one? What kind of value that you learn from this, the proverb, time and tide wait for no one? What is the human value that you want to learn? Time is precious. Do whatever service that you want to do. Learn whatever you want to learn. Extend your help, whatever you think of helping. Don't waste your time unnecessarily. Make better use of your time. Make better use of your time. So, my dear friends, plan and proceed timely. Plan, proceed timely to achieve tremendous success. First of all, plan and proceed timely to achieve tremendous success within the time frame. Whatever you have in your plan, whatever you have in your mind, try to plan that one. Try to proceed timely and achieve tremendous success within the time frame. So the proverb that explains the greatness of time, that everyone has to do, everyone has to understand the importance of time and give importance to time and make our lives wonderful. So by making use of time properly, rightly, and improve your human values through that one. With that, so for today, we are going to stop here. So value orientation part 1, time and tide wait for no one. Tomorrow in the next class, we are going to talk about some more value orientation proverbs, value orientation quotations. So in part 2, and let us cherish ourselves how best we are going to improve our personality with these value-oriented sentences. Thank you very much for being with me and listening to this video, listening to me, and thank you very much. Thank you.